Alrighty, Kevin. It has been great chatting with you so far this morning. I'm going to go ahead and just start the actual interview by really highlighting a few key items here on your resume. So, to kind of go back and highlight your expertise here, looking at your resume, you have over, I would say, about 10 years in logistics field. So you've done the shipping coordinator, you've
Yeah.
also done operations supervisor, you've even done driving. So you have your CDL, you've been an owner operator as well, but now you're looking for a new opportunity to really highlight your expertise when it comes to the logistics field.
Yes.
Yeah, so Kevin, I would love for you to really highlight your professional experience, and then we'll go from there.
So, of course, everyone started out, well, I started out from the bottom, which would be driving, in my opinion. And that's where you get to learn the ins and outs of the industry, what's expected of you as a driver, the responsibilities that come with that. It allows you to understand safety and firsthand of communication. Prior to that, I actually had a chance to work in the warehouse as well. So that's another dynamic of the operation, just overall, again, safety and how to meet and greet the drivers, what they're expecting when they actually get in. So now transition that into a driver, you learn all of that information. And just and on the operation side, as shipping coordinator, that's a little bit more on hand warehousing, packaging orders, and understanding routes and availability, emergency situations, safety in the warehouse, safety for the drivers, and some of the direction that you're giving those guys when they're coming and delivering some of the goods. Now, on the operation side, I had more firsthand of working with some of the recruiting and payroll and client interaction, kind of helping out the region as far as drivers and assistants, just kind of keeping that connection between the company and some of the clients as well. Just overall operations in general, talking to higher management, thinking about new opportunities, creating different platforms for us to use and recruit guys. And as an owner operator, you understand that customer satisfaction is always A1. You want to be able to bring it home, so to speak. You want to know that communication is the most important thing of all, because your operation it could be uh, misunderstood in some cases, but just a good old fashioned communication, just a conversation with the client or with the driver or with upper management, anyone, it just wins every time, in my opinion. Um, Now, once you communicate that, you have to be stand firm and understand that positivity and customer satisfaction is always by far the best thing that you could do in that field. So
I
just
agree. Yeah.
it's a plethora of information here. I'm telling you, it's just spewing out.
No, you said it perfectly. I think really what I want to highlight is you mentioned a few times customer service and the communication. In logistics, I think that's something that is number one, especially with the urgency of some
Oh,
deliveries or shipments, and then being able to communicate with your customer as far as the tracking, the ETAs. So, especially in the roles that you have done previously as, being a coordinator or even as a driver in itself, you understand the communication that you need to have with the dispatcher, or your client, whoever you're communicating with. So communication is definitely key, and it's good
yeah.
that you have that skill
Mhm.
and that light bulb in your mindset. It's like, okay, I have to communicate with my client or my customers at all times.
Yeah.
So you definitely said a few key items there. Now, Kevin, we have a few candidates for this role as well. So I want to know, what key skills do you have that allows you to stand out?
Organization, by far. I think that I do understand different dynamics of the industry. I think that really kind of sets me apart from others, and we may have a similar set of skills as well. However, I love to communicate. How could you not, want to interact with someone, because you could learn so much. It's a learning, uh, kind of learning tool. Um, just overall, um, I guess that would be it. Just organization, communication, and just a simple know-how of different things. There may be candidates that are good and they've got great administration, but they're not great with people. They may not, understand the air brakes part of things and the DOT or the safety guidelines that comes along with some of those opportunities in those roles. You may not understand how to, deal with the disgruntled driver, or even know what he's talking about, why he's upset. Just to be able to, again, facilitate some of that emotion in that transaction will be an opportunity for me to stand out by far.
Absolutely. And I completely agree with that, Kevin. I want to go back to a few systems that you have utilized. What systems have you utilized or are you knowledgeable with?
As far as like a
Yeah,
operating
so
system.
perhaps operating any like TMS systems or, just utilizing email. So whether it's Google, Outlook, just those few systems.
Yes. I do have a background in business as well. So there were a lot of opportunities for me to experience different processes and applications. Every company kind of has its own system or way of doing things. I'm a pretty fast learner. I've got an overall understanding of technology in general. So, show it to me once and I won't forget it.
That sounds amazing. And I thank you for that, Kevin. My last question for you is going to be, when are you looking to start a new role?
Honestly, as soon as possible. I'm currently working in a call center, just trying to transition to a different opportunity, a way for me to honestly build up some communication skills and take a hand at sales. But you know that that was just something that was going to be a short stay anyway. I got on with those guys through a staffing agency as well. So that role is probably coming to an end very soon. So as soon as possible would work out for me.
Absolutely. That is perfect, Kevin. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop our interview now.
Okay.
It was a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah, you're very welcome. But don't hang up on me quite yet. I want to continue chatting with you.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you.